guys, LMNTRIX here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. No proper intro. All I just want to say is that this is a two-part video. In the first part, we're going to be breaking down some Yoru clips, and in the second part, we're going to be doing some myth busting where we compare his abilities and how they affect other agents in the game. If you want to jump to either parts of the video, then check in the video description. All the timestamps are there. Anyways, let's get on with the first part. Right, so in this very first clip, I'm just going to explain one or two things. Right now I have his teleport ability in my hand, and what I can do with it is I can place it down, or I can just kind of let it go in a straight line. And what I end up doing is I let it go in a straight line, as you can see over here. The enemies can see it, and they can also destroy it, right? So I do a quick flash down window, TP down below window, manage to come behind the Phoenix and behind the enemy Yoru. That was pretty cool. It just feels so good. Nice pop flash on the ground and an easy kill on the Sage. So there's something with Yoru that just feels kind of like you're playing Jet or Reyna, where you just have this feeling of, oh, I don't know, it just feels so good. So actually, yeah, there's a good example right here where I just put down the teleport right down. I just put it down, do a flash, push down mid.
They're coming B.
Nobody's mid. I hear steps behind me, so I push up through window. And this clip is actually a really good example of how you can just position yourself in these kind of like dangerous positions. Go in, and then now look at this. I TP back, and it's like I wasn't even there, right? I just got myself a Vandal, and I'm back. So here, basically what we're doing now is we're playing a retake. I send my teleporter to backside. I don't know where the Omen is, and we know that the Phoenix is long, right? So the Omen TP somewhere. He uses his ult. I know he's behind me now. Right, and this is so crazy because he actually cleared the platform already. There was no one there, and then he looked away, and then I TP'd back into the platform, and it was just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it just feels so nice. Here I'm stuck in a 1v4, kind of with my shots in the cipher there. Right, one thing I want to say: his flash, it's kind of hard to use because it's not where your crosshair is where the flash is going to go. It's kind of like a lob. So it's going to definitely take some practice and getting used to in terms of how you're going to be consistent with this flash.
I heard two people push mid.
Put down my TP.
Nice.
Right, it was a nice 2K, nice 2K. So I know that the cipher is basically by bomb. Omen, no idea where he is. I put down my fake steps. And again the Omen like thought it was clear. I don't know how he didn't see the orb. I mean, to be honest, like all of this is new to everyone. So all the sound effects, all of the visual effects, everything is new. So sometimes we're like, what is going on? But it's just an example of how you can outplay people. I was so focused I didn't even react. Anyway, the Cypher in this case, it was one of his first games ever, so he was quite new to Valorant. It was a real mix of people. We had some pro players, we had some people that were completely new. Just a really fun experience. Nice. This is actually a really nice flash that I do. We know that they're both on A site here.
It's 1A.
So it's actually crazy how the flash just popped behind site. Right, and I wasn't even flashed because it was just right behind site. And I feel like those are kind of like a lot of things with Yoru you're gonna have to get used to, is flashing a spot where the flash pops behind a wall and it doesn't affect you. And it takes some getting used to, trust me. There's a quick example where I mess up the flash, but I get a kill and I TP back. Right? It's like kind of getting in these, kind of like Reyna, where you get in these dangerous positions and you get out of them. Again, I'm stuck in a 1v4.
Anyone else? I'll return.
I put the TP down over here. I actually kind of messed this up a bit. I don't know why I just TP'd. That was like, why?
Yeah, you didn't get the spike.
So what I actually should have done is gotten the spike and then TP'd back. There again, I messed up the flash.
One enemy remaining. Teleport again?
This time is basically what I should have done the first time, right? I'll put down the teleport.
Oh, it's the same guy.
30 seconds
I
left.
feel bad for
I'll
him.
put down the teleport. I'll go put down the fake steps and I'll TP out of there, right? So I got the bomb now. Again, I felt like Yoru was one of these kind of like agents where he was so good in these clutch situations as well, because you can position yourself completely like differently and then get out of that situation.
One behind.
Here I mess up completely. So just to give you guys a little bit of an example, I was testing out his abilities and how fast you could use them. Let's just go back real quick. Look how fast I popped 3 abilities, yeah? The TP, the fake steps, and the flash. That was all within like 4 seconds, right? It went really, really fast. My plan here was to flash behind the box and TP so they wouldn't hear the
One behind.
TP.
One
But I ended up
behind
I ended up flashing myself and I ended up dying. It just showed you guys that these kind of plays, they happen quite a lot where you try to outsmart, but you just end up outsmarting yourself. But yeah, it was really fun to play. And this is the second part, by the way. Leave your questions in the comments down below. I'll make sure to try and answer all of them. So right now what we're going to be doing is just doing a little bit of myth busting.
I don't know if you've tried it already, but like the tripwires, you place one like
Right, so here we're trying out some Cypher.
I want to see if the fake steps like will pick it up.
So basically what we deducted from this
Oh my
is
God,
that
yeah, this is gonna be huge.
the trip, the fake steps trip low tripwires, but they don't trip the higher
So
ones.
if you put
Right.
it like higher up, I don't think it will trigger it then. Trip.
So like right over here, this tripwire is a little
No,
bit
then it
higher.
doesn't trigger
It's
it.
not going to
Okay.
get affected.
This actually
Exactly.
is helpful. Let me start recording myself.
So
what
Cypher,
about
Cypher is
cages?
definitely going to be countered hard by Yoru, 100%. Same with the
That should
cage,
trigger
it
it,
makes a
yeah.
noise, so it triggers it.
Wow.
So in this clip here, Yoru is going to go into his ult, and we have a tripwire, and you're going to see how he can just go through it and like nothing.
Okay.
Oh, you just go through.
And this is how Yoru looks like when he's in his ult. He, if an enemy Yoru gets close to you, you can see his blue shape. If he's a little bit further away, your HUD, like here, for example, you can see the HUD on the side. It gets like blue. And if he's a little bit further away, you don't even see him. You just see kind of like this blue highlight, right?
Actually-
So it was, yeah, he's gonna counter
Okay,
Cypher,
so
definitely.
Take what's useful. Where is everyone?
So here I use my ult. Cypher's ult doesn't even affect him. So for example, if you as a Yoru hear Cypher ulting, you can just pop your ult. You will know where you are.
doesn't.
All right, so now we're going to take a look at
Okay, so
Raze
if I put this
with the
down-
Boombot.
Yep.
This is actually crazy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I think now the fake steps is basically the only ability in the game that can kind of stop Raze's Boombot. I think with the exception as well, of course, of the tripwires of Cypher if they're low enough.
Okay.
That is actually interesting.
But you can actually do it fast enough if she's further away. You won't even need to shoot the Boombot. You can just place the steps down and it will basically counter it completely.
That's very interesting.
So in this next clip, we're going to be looking at Raze's Boombot against Yoru's ult. Doesn't have an effect at all.
Okay, so
Okay,
So
the
it completely
Boombot
goes unnoticed. The
doesn't
Boombot doesn't even detect
affect
him.
anything. Affect any?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 All right, and if we look at Killjoy right now, Killjoy placed down the turret. I'm going to place down the fake steps.
okay, so it does shoot.
Oh, it
the
does.
You can
first
see it's
step.
shooting at
It
the
does
fake
shoot.
steps. So if you know a Killjoy is, for example, playing Seaside on Haven, you could just send your fake steps down
does
there
shoot
and
the
it's going to make a
footsteps,
bunch of
okay.
noise. It also affects the alarm bot, as you can see here. So it also triggers that. If you know where her alarm bot is, if she does the same plays over and over
Okay.
again, you just
Interesting,
place the steps down
interesting.
and it's going to clear that area.
So it shouldn't. Oh wait, it does.
And this is the interesting part, because unlike all the other agents, like we just covered Raze and Cypher, when Killjoy has her utility down and Yoru goes into his ult form,
It's not
it
hurting
detects
you, but
him.
it's actually.
It doesn't damage him, but it like triggers it, right? So his alarm bot and
Big.
the
That's
turret get triggered. So if we look at Sky, the wolf, in the old form of Yoru,
And then
you can basically hit him and it reveals him as well. So the wolf will reveal Yoru in his old form, no matter how far away, as long as you have a
I actually
direct line
see
of
you.
sight. In this
You go
next clip,
into
we're gonna
your
look at the
ult
ult, and the ult
And I use
actually
mine.
also
it should
follows him
follow you
around
the
in
whole-
his
Oh,
old
it
form.
does.
Okay, that is a big counter.
As you can see, it's following him completely. And when he gets out of the old form, it hits him directly. So he's not
It
going to
does
have enough
actually.
time
Oh,
to
wow.
basically
I like
destroy
it after I get
Sky's
out of
ult. And this is actually an interesting part as well with the Sky flashes.
Yeah.
So you heard that? He was completely, he was in his ult and the flash gave the Q, but it doesn't give the flash effect on the face, so you still can't see him anywhere. And the last agent that we actually tested out over here was Sage.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Sage is slow. This is big. This is big.
Okay, so completely bypasses the slow.
You see, he doesn't get like slowed at all. So basically what you could do, let's say you're attacking B side on split, Sage slows it off, you bait out her utility, you go into your ult, you hop into the site, you get all the info. Once the slow orbs are out, you also get out of your ult form and your team can push and you have all the info you need in order to get onto the site. Yeah, insane. Insane. It was really fun to play Yoru, and a really fun agent to basically, I would say, kind of try and separate yourself from the team a bit, but also very effective at being the first one in with his ult, for example, just getting all the info, relaying it back to the team, and having them push up. One of the craziest things that I can already see happening, and we tested this out quite a bit, is when Yoru sends his teleport,
Yeah, every time I
then a
run,
breach
one
flashes a corner, and then he TPs to that spot. Everyone around him is going to be flashed. They won't hear the TP of Yoru actually appearing there, and it works really effectively for kind of like clearing these awkward angles as well and just getting behind enemy lines. Yeah, so those were basically all of the agents we tested. If you have any questions, again, drop them in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to try and answer all of them, and I'll have another video out with more Yoru gameplay at the beginning of next week.